We are the DFPN. Always question the answers.
No Gimmicks Podcast, and we bring it to you. Every time we turn live, man, you know it's the truth. Every after show, moving down, it's the time to move around. No Gimmicks Podcast is going down. Every night, every time in the ring, this is the time for the No Gimmicks. No, we doing our thing. What's your state of mind? State divine. Moving down a statement when we take the line. This is exactly wrestling the state design. When you see Stone Cold like me, with the stunner in the world, exactly, man, what we bring. Every night we move like Brock Lesnar, the F5, no gimmicks. We take you to your limit, what's the feeling? When we live in the air, you know we on, it's the time. Guarantee we move, you know how we respond. The state is mine, the state design when we feel it. Moving down, what's the healing? No gimmicks is the feeling.
Yo, what is up, people? Welcome back to the No Gimmicks Podcast here on the DFPN. We got a good show for you guys tonight. We're coming off AEW Dynamite, a good show. We're here to jump into it. Me and my co-host D Vader. What's up, buddy? What's popping?
Well, what's popping is this. First of all, as the Black Mac just said, we are the No Gimmicks Podcast, the only No Gimmicks Podcast out there. I've been seeing some shit lately, but we are the No Gimmicks Podcast.
That is correct.
Enough said.
That is correct. Which you can follow on YouTube. You search at No Gimmicks DFPN. You'll find us right there.
Exactly.
That is correct.
Yeah. It was like I said before, I've been seeing some shit lately. You know what I'm saying? So I know it's a very common kind of thing or whatever, you know, but it kind of fits what we're doing over here on DFPN. That's why we are the No Gimmicks Podcast, you know.
Yep.
We talk about.
So I hear me
wrestling.
say it like that. We are
Exactly. You know what I mean? That's like I said before, I've been seeing some things popping up lately, you know what I mean? So I don't know what people are thinking about, what people are doing, you know what I mean? But you know, we've been doing it for a minute, you feel me?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
But that's just what we do here on DFPN. That's what we will continue to do in 2025 is differentiate ourselves from all the other No Gimmicks podcasts. We're not the only one. There's several No Gimmicks podcasts out there, but we are the only fucking one that matters.
Exactly. Follow the innovators, not the imitators.
Exactly. There you go. Shit, right there. Put that on a shirt.
Oh man, let's jump into the show, man. We got a good one.
Yeah.
Let's talk some AEW real quick. You ready to jump into the show?
Yes, sir.
All right. First things first on the docket, AEW Dynamite felt like a completely different fucking show this week. What's going on, man? Talk to me. What did you think of the show, first and foremost?
Dude, I don't know what the hell's going on. Like, literally tuned on this show on the max, which kudos for getting that done. Because I cut the cord a long time ago. So now I can watch the show and I don't have any excuse why I didn't watch it. No, I watch it every week now religiously. So it's on the max. So that's a good thing.
Awesome.
This was an entirely different AEW tonight. I don't know what happened from last week up until tonight, but something happened. There was a change. It was a silent change. Something happened. This was not the same show. It flowed better. The pacing was on point. The crowd was hot. The crowd was energetic. They were into it. They weren't dead. They weren't like a WWE show where they're just sitting on their hands.
Mm-hmm.
They are into it. So I don't know what happened here. It's like almost like a reset happened. It feels like a reset. And kudos to AEW. Don't know if you're listening to the show. If you are, smart business move to start the show off with Will Ospreay in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Good segment with him. But the thing that got my attention the most is when Kenny Omega came out there and he came out to Battle Cry. I said, good move. That other song was not working. I don't know.
It's too New Japan. It works
Yeah.
in New Japan, don't work in AEW.
Yeah, it's just no. That other song, I just wasn't, because I don't follow New Japan, so I didn't even know he had that New Japan.
That was his Wrestle Kingdom entrance. He
Okay.
just kept it.
Okay, well, don't do it here. Because Battle Cry, that's the song that I know Kenny Omega for, outside of the cleaner song he had in New Japan, his first run over there with Bullet Club and all that. This song, Battle Cry, which is a great song, by the way. This is Kenny Omega.
Yes.
That's the Kenny Omega. That gets you hyped to see Kenny Omega. That's his music. So for them to go back to that tonight, that was excellent. No problem there. I thought the segment was good. Cal, Fletcher, and Takeshita coming out there. That was solid. The beat down through the crowd. I enjoyed every bit of this. Don Callis' entrance. Very, very good.
Yep.
Very, very dark. I like that.
Yep.
So nothing wrong with the segment at all. I enjoyed all of it. I enjoyed the beat down. The only thing, like I said before, we talked offline about this, was I didn't like when Omega said in the beginning of the promo, he says, "I will never, no chance in hell will I ever trust you." Then later on say, "I should have trusted you all along." And okay, I that was too quick. That was too quick. So I didn't like that. Didn't like that.
Yep.
Talk about move of the night. Obviously, Her Syndicate winning the AEW World Tag Team Championships.
Yep.
If that had went another way, listen, kudos to Private Party. Took them a long time to finally get those AEW World Tag Team titles. Seen them many times in person perform. Those dudes are top notch. They're very, very good athletes. But the way this was booked tonight, this is the way it needed to go.
Yeah.
Her Syndicate needed that win. And I think all four men had tremendous chemistry out there together. I mean, the way Private Party bumped around for Bobby and Shelton, that was good shit. I think I told you a message. Did you see when Private Party were making their entrance? And they were coming out to that song, and I'm like, I'm not digging this song. And
I didn't mind. So one
the
of
crowd
my things,
the crowd
wasn't feeling it. But one of
they
my
were
things,
when they turned shots on.
Yeah. So I was wrong, actually. So I'll admit I was wrong, because last week I was like, I am not feeling the shot song anymore. I think they outgrew it. But then they came out to this new song, and I was like, nah, shots is the song. And then so whoever was backstage made an audible, and they put shots.
Oh, they did. Because I was literally sending you that message. And then I heard shots. It started.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is this damn thing? Tapped or something? Because I'm like, I'm not feeling it. And it's like, it kind of almost looks like it was a shoot, because when they're at ringside, when they're getting on the stairs, they look around like this, and then they go on the apron and start doing the shots thing. And that crowd woke up. Like, that's when the crowd started reacting to it. We're not, maybe one or two people dancing in the crowd to the music. But then when they started doing shots, everybody was starting to come alive for that.
Yeah.
I'll
eat some crow for that, because I was one pushing for it. I was like, they need new music, man. They really need new music.
It's just some, you know what, dude? It's just like some guys have iconic themes in the business that they're if it's like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's why Adam Copeland still comes out to his song.
Yep.
After all these years, you know what I mean? That's why MJF's, he comes out to his music, even though I can get it on YouTube for free. It's he still comes out to that shit. The Jeff Jarrett, my world. That's his music. That's
absolutely.
And that's a TNA song that he still had all these years.
Absolutely.
And speaking of Jeff Jarrett, what a segment,
bro. And this is another thing from last week. It was one of my down points. This week, they raised everything up, and I don't know what it was, man. It was like the level of everything just went up this week. The promos were good. The in-ring was good. The way they flowed from in-ring to promo, or in-ring the segment was good. Everything was good tonight. So, that segment made me feel something.
Yeah.
Because of what they did with it.
Yeah.
Awesome. And they followed that up. So
Yeah,
good shit.
I don't know. I don't know. Like I said before, I don't know who's in charge tonight, but there was definitely a change there. Even the
Yeah.
women's match wasn't bad between
Right.
Jamie Hayter and Julia Hart. And I like, and I
Right.
think I told you, I like Julia Hart's her look, her entrance is pretty cool. So they got a lot of good things. The only thing I didn't like the Mercedes segment. I didn't like that.
I didn't like it, but it's better than even that was better than some of the stuff she normally does. Like her interactions are kind of awkward. And even that one was like, okay, it wasn't terrible. Like, but me and you both were like, this is kind of the low point.
Do you know why her interactions are awkward?
Why is that?
They're too scripted.
Agreed.
She's too you can tell that she's read the script like over and over again.
Yep.
And she wants to hit her points. I think if she was a little bit more natural with it, like she can be.
Yeah. Because she can be
a little better. She can be. Yeah, she can.
She can be.
So what else happened on the show? I like Claudio's now. His interaction with Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah.
Claudio showed up out the blue. I like that. He says, "You want to get to Mox? You got like it's kind of like a game.
Yeah.
And like Mox is the boss, but you got before you get to the boss fight, you got to go through these other side missions. Yeah.
Yep.
So I like that.
I like that. I like the Hangman Christopher Daniel shit.
Yeah. I like the interaction between Hangman and MJF.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, like, that kind of shows you how much of a badass Hangman is.
Yeah.
Now,
and then
afterwards, MJF is like, I don't want no trouble.
Yeah, afterwards. So it's like that. He goes in, demolishes the guy. After the match, he goes to Daniels. Daniels is like, "You're happy. I hope you're happy. My career's over." Like, and he's like, "Damn, did I go too far?" Like that shit. That whole span of time from when he came out and dealt with MJF to him going into Daniels, I was like, "Damn!" Like all of that flowed really well.
So, do you think that we're possibly looking at a Hangman? I don't know, babyface turn?
Could be an opportunity for it.
I mean, do you think that it's necessarily the heel thing is working? I mean, they're still chanting cowboy shit for God's sakes.
No, and I do think that he needs to be. If he's not a face, then a tweener.
Mm-hmm.
So some along those lines, because you're right. He's and the thing is with him and Swerve told such a good story. Like they did a really good job of flip-flopping. One was the face, one was the heel, and they did a very good job of reversing those roles. So much so that when they came out of that, like you still have the respect that you have for Hangman, even though Hangman's a bad guy. And this is the chance to reset him, put him on a track with somebody. Who better to do it than MJF? You know MJF's going to play a good heel. So
yeah. So what do you think of the segment between Ricochet and Swerve?
I will say this. Ricochet, since coming to AEW, I like what I saw out of him. He's getting better. I think tonight was his best promo. I think they have something with Ricochet.
So I'll say this. I've been watching Ricochet for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I even watched him when he was Prince Puma in Lucha Underground.
Mm-hmm.
So coming from all that to having some real cool music in WWE and doing a lot of flashy moves to now, this is the best I've seen of him, where he's actually shown personality.
Yes.
It's a different side to Ricochet. It kind of reminds me of, what is that movie with Christian Bale, American Psycho?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's a vibe.
I got 1 hour photo vibes out of him. Like it's like that with me. Yeah. I get where you're coming from though.
Yeah. Ricochet is really, he's changing the game. I kind of think that the segment he did tonight with Prince Nana, I think one of the reasons why it may have been so good is it might have been a pre-tape. They may have already done it earlier in the day,
Hmm.
because it was flawless. It was
Yeah.
a
Oh,
really
yeah.
good, really
Oh,
good
yeah.
segment. And it's like, and if that's what you do with Ricochet, if Ricochet is not real comfortable on the mic, because let's be honest, he didn't get a lot of mic time in WWE.
Right.
So if he's not comfortable on the mic, there's two solutions to this. You pre-tape him as much as you can, or you bring Samantha Irwin in to be his valet, bring his manager, be his talking point.
But even on the mic live, Ricochet hasn't been bad.
No, he tends to stutter a lot.
He does, but that doesn't bother me.
You ain't gonna get over that way.
I get it.
When you go out there, you got to really bring your A game, because what you're trying to do, and you know this, you're trying to sell yourself to the crowd. You're trying to sell yourself to what we're trying to do here. If I'm saying something, and I'll say, Kelvin, eh, 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 that sounds like, okay. He doesn't
I
know what
don't
he's
know
going to
what I'm
say.
gonna say.
Yeah, he knows what he's going to say. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if I go out there and say, hey, Kelvin, next week on Collision, I'm going to beat the shit out of you. There you go.
Yeah.
Which would happen anyway. But
Fuck out of here.
but no, that's what you do, man. It's like, but I'm willing to give the dude a chance. You know what I mean? I'm digging what I'm seeing here. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah,
I'm
most
just
definitely.
I'm digging. I'm listening. I really cannot fault anything with the show tonight
I
of
can't.
any
I can't
significance.
either. I can't either.
I can't. I have to give AEW their props. I think they gotta do more shows like this.
Yeah.
In a building. But
no, I was gonna say if this is where we're going with it, tonight was a really good night. You have a lot of stuff that you can build off of tonight.
yeah. Yeah, definitely. I was gonna say the building there, like I was telling you, Messenger, seeing Jeff Jarrett in Knoxville, that was cool. Just seeing
Yeah.
the history there with TNA and all that back in the day, that was cool to see that. But the building is also significant. They used to run, WCW used to run there a lot.
Mm.
In particular, real quick, one Monday Nitro, the day after Starrcade in 1996. Remember Piper versus Hogan?
Yep.
So the next night on Nitro, they were in that building, and that's when they beat the Giant out of the NWO. They beat his ass. It was right in that building. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. So
nice.
I was watching that. I remember that they was like, oh, they're in Knoxville. Because Tony Try said, Knoxville. I'm like, I saw it, and I'm like, I see that wall, and I'm like, that black wall.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's the fucking building. Knoxville, what is it? Knoxville Memorial Auditorium or some shit.
Yep.
So like, it's a lot of history with these buildings. It
I
ain't
gotta,
into a dome.
Oh no, right. Right. But I gotta get a crowd some kudos too. That was a good crowd. That was a good crowd tonight.
Yeah.
And I think with the show that they had, the crowd stayed engaged too. It was a very smart move to do that type of show in front of that crowd, because they interacted.
Yeah, no, it was a very, very good show. Like people can hate a rise on AEW all they want to. There's still potential there to get shit done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like I said before, I've been watching the show consistently for the past few weeks since they went to the Max. I thought going to the Max was a great move, especially for people like myself who have been jaded from the product. Finally getting to be re-engaged in the product, and I'm like going to see them. I'm digging the stories. They're telling stories.
Yeah.
So I'm digging where they're going. I even saw a new video with the House of Black tonight.
Rebranding
the House of Black.
Yeah.
So that shows you right there. Malachi Alistair is gone from the company.
AEW. Yep.
So
speaking of which, let's jump into that before we move on. Reports came out that Britt Baker may actually be done with the company.
Yeah, I saw that.
And Ricky Starks asked for his release, got denied.
Of course.
So that's some stuff to keep some eyes on. But I don't know if I necessarily believe the Britt one. She hasn't been on television.
No, she hasn't been on TV.
And as far as I know, she hasn't been hurt. So
yeah,
there's
I don't know. we haven't seen Britt Baker since that backstage incident with MJF's girl.
Yeah.
We haven't seen her since then. So I'm not sure if there's something to that, but I don't know. It's like when you have the game has changed as far as the women go in AEW. Like
Mm-hmm.
Mercedes came over and changed the whole landscape over there. Like you look at a Mercedes Monet in a Britt Baker. Mercedes is way up here. Britt Baker is down here, and that's not knocking Britt Baker. It's telling the truth. You're
That's fact.
You're not mainstream like
That's a fact.
Mercedes. Mercedes was mainstream when she's in WWE. That's Sasha Banks, and then she went to and she's done the Mandalorian and done a bunch of other different things. She's evolved in. There's just no comparison there, and it's like I think for a long time there, Britt Baker was a one, and now Mercedes comes over and she's a one now. And the Mercedes always damn championships on her too. So
yeah, and I was gonna say that a lot of people are like Mercedes is the shiny new toy, but I don't see it that way. The way I see it is the AEW women's division didn't have a star on that caliber until Mercedes came.
No, and Britt Baker improved a lot. Britt Baker, when she turned heel, and she really improved everything she was doing.
Right.
So I'm not going to knock her in that sense. I'm not knocking her at all.
No,
it's just stating the fact that as a viewer, Mercedes on a different level than all these females have, and they got a lot of good women wrestlers in AEW. Don't get it twisted; they got a lot of them. Jamie Hayter was out there tonight. Her and Julia Hart put on
a great match.
Great match. They got the Willow Nightingales there. They got Athena's, all these different cats that they got inside AEW.
Yep.
So, I don't know. I'm kind of thinking like if Britt was to go over to WWE, what would they do with Britt Baker? And
what would they do?
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know because right now, honestly, they don't need her. You have a point right now where you don't need her. You got that. You don't need her because you got the Roxanne Perez's at NXT.
Right.
You got the Jada Parkers.
That is a shark. That is a shark cage, bro. Like, you leave AEW and go over there. Like, even on NXT, you're pretty low on the totem pole. Like, you have work to do.
I never seen Jada Parker really work until like the last couple weeks. I've been watching her shit, like just going back and studying her.
Oh, Jada's
it. The girl got it, dude. Like, she got it.
She's it, and she's very young in the game too.
Yeah,
there's a lot of room for growth. So
I mean, they don't need it's kind of a point where it's like, I hate to say it like this, but they don't need you. Like,
no, they don't.
AEW doesn't need you because there's lots of you at AEW. Yeah. WWE doesn't need you because you got Tiffany Stratton, you got Bayley, you got Charlotte come out, you got Becky Lynch.
Starks over there, bro. That women's division over there is insanely talented.
Yeah, you got a bunch of different female workers over there. You don't need you. Then in AEW, you got Saraya, you got all these different females they have over here.
Yep.
They don't need you. So you got to really kind of, and then if you look at it too, dude, shit, they just got this deal with TNA. Jordan Grace about to come walk through the door.
Yep.
You got, where do you go?
I'll tell you who, the women's division in TNA ain't no slouch either, bro. Like, there's a wrestler over there, Danny Luna. That's a name. She's on my radar. I saw her this past weekend. By the way, we'll get into that. I saw her this past weekend, and out of all the women there, two stood out to me. Her and Masha Slamovich. But yeah, Britt's in a tough spot. So I don't know if the rumors are true, but if they are, that's a tough position. That's a tough position to be in. It really is.
Yeah, it just sounds to me like it's a bunch of rumors right now.
Yeah.
Until some of this shit gets confirmed. We don't know for sure.
I could confirm it. I don't want to. I gotta ask a person that would know, but I don't. We'll see. We'll let time be the tell.
Yeah, I think we both can confirm it.
Yeah, we'll see.
I can confirm it like that too. Yeah, but I don't give a shit enough to ask around. Like I don't care.
Right. Just let it play out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, let it all
You
play
know what I
out.
mean? Because right now it's just speculation. I'm not really surprised at all about the Ricky Starks situation. You got time on your deal, buddy. Like, I mean, he don't have. It's
the play.
Shitty shitty situation, but he's paying you.
Yeah,
don't mean he gotta use you.
The play, I know the play, and he asked around the perfect time.
Yeah,
perfect time to ask. I don't blame you for doing it. I really don't. So, I know he was at GCW this past weekend too. Got a good promo. He's still making himself relevant. I like that about him.
Yeah, but why are you not pushing this guy on AEW television? Like, what is up with that? Like,
you know what I really think, and I got it. 2025 is the year I start blaming shit on the fans. I have to. The fans aren't clamoring for him to be pushed on AEW television. The fans are clamoring for AEW to release him. And Tony Khan don't have to. Y'all want to free Ricky Starks? Give the man television time. His stock will go. Ask for more television time for the people that you don't see. This is what's not happening. We're not asking for television time for Wardlow. We're not asking for television time for Ricky Starks. We're not asking for television time for Miro. We're asking for AEW to release them. Fuck that.
I ain't heard. Damn, Miro. Jeez,
exactly. Exactly. But we're not asking for television time for these people. Why? Because as fans, we don't really give a shit. We just want them in WWE. If you really care about these people, bang the fucking internet table until they put them on television. You not asking for them to be on television is part of the problem. Ask for them to be on television. And if they don't, now you have more of a case. You have more of a case, but that shit's not happening. You want them to be freed because you want them to go to the Fed. Ray Phoenix is starving for television time. You know what we're not doing? We're not asking Tony Khan to put him on television. We're asking him to be released. And Tony don't fucking have to.
But, okay. Would the grass, and we've talked about this.
We've talked about it.
Would the grass be greener on the WWE side?
No.
With some of these guys?
No. You're going to go over there.
They'll push you for about a week or two.
You'll be in there for a hot minute.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, when are they going to let the sales out of Penta?
If you look at last week, it's like they shot a rocket in the air and they're just waiting for it to fall.
That's what they do.
Case in point, Ethan Page, I love the guy. Wanted this for him for a long time. Gets to NXT, wins the NXT championship. He's relevant. He's relevant for a while. They're still sticking him around, but even him, he has a ticker on him now. You know how that is? Because Oba fucking Femi is a monster, and they're going to push this guy. And behind him is Trick Williams. Behind him is another guy. Ethan Page is slowly starting to find his way back. Did you know that Lexus King was there still?
No, I did. Yeah, I did. Saw he won some award recently. I didn't see. So,
yep.
Yeah. And Trick Williams is another one that should be on the main roster.
Should be.
And I think that's kind of what's wrong with Carmelo Hayes. Is
he doesn't have a
Trick Williams.
Yep.
Because
I agree.
Like it or not, Trick Williams was the best part of that act.
Agreed.
That's what it is.
Agreed. But yeah, we talked about that. But
Mhm.
when it comes back to AEW, like the thing that you're not doing, these guys aren't on television. If you
Yeah.
get these guys on television, I think that'll make a world of difference. But even then, as a fan, would we even care if they're on AEW television?
Where's Jack Perry?
Exactly. Exactly. Like, would we even care? Because look at the current state, right? Look at how good this show was tonight. Case in point.
Do you even need him?
Do you even need them?
Yeah, I get that. You're making better, but do you need him?
Yeah. Do you really need them?
And it's like I'm not sure how much longer the Hurts are going to be heels.
Right.
They're just they're too cool.
They're quickly becoming the biggest faces in the company.
They are. They are.
I messaged you tonight. I was like, these guys are fucking over.
Yeah,
they're over.
They have that cool heel NWO type factor going on.
Yeah,
is what I see.
Yeah,
like I can get not like the Hurt Syndicate.
Exactly. They fit so well in AEW.
They
so
do.
Well.
They do. It's like, how the hell did WWE drop the ball with that?
Man. There it is. But speaking of WWE, let's get into some news and notes from them too.
Yeah.
So we got some stuff to talk about. Netflix numbers. Let's talk about it. So there was a drop this week. This week they were at globally 3.9 million. Globally. So one glaring thing that they did this week is they did not release the US numbers.
Really?
What reason that is? You're on Netflix. I don't think there's that much competition. Was there? Oh, Monday night was inauguration.
Yeah.
You had inauguration. You had the national championship. You had a lot of stuff going on. So 3.9, they had a lot of competition. Let's just say that. But 3.9 million globally is not that great of a number. That's a sharp drop.
And also, I'm reading here that Netflix has 300 million subscribers.
Yeah.
And only 3.9 million of those watched Raw.
1%. Not even one.
That's not very good.
No.
That's not good. And they could have another issue. So it looks like the rate is going to increase for Netflix this year.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's already they already increased it.
Yeah. Yeah, they said so. It says new prices have come after subscribers were hit with another major price increase in October of 2023. So, yeah. So basically, this is what you're looking at. So, the price of Netflix standard plan has risen to $17.99 per month, which is an increase of $2.50 from the previous rate of $15.49.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. And see, the price of the ad-supported tier has gone up by $1 to $7.99 per month. Previously, it was $6.99 per month.
Yeah.
So, are people going to continue this? Netflix's premium Netflix's premium plan, on the other hand, will see an increase of $2, taking its price from $22.99 to $24.99 per month.
That's a hard ask.
Yeah,
it's a hard ask,
especially when you can just watch SmackDown.
Right. That is a very tall. That's a very tall order.
I'll keep it 1,000. This is one of the weeks where I did not watch Raw because I didn't feel I need to. Like, there's nothing really interesting going on that show. Like, the first week was cool. You
Mhm.
wanted to see what it was like, right?
Yep.
Guess what? Now we're back to it's Raw.
Yep.
It's
And
not
that
must
was
see
my
TV.
concern from the first show. You
Yeah,
threw so much at the first show.
yeah. Like, there's nothing compelling for me to sit there and say, "Oh, I gotta watch this."
Right. You have to have it
Yeah,
at a level to where
yeah,
people are gonna tune in the next week because that first show was a pay-per-view. That's what it
yeah.
was. It was a PLE.
Right.
You have to keep it at that level. And that was my concerns. Like this is comparable to WrestleMania. And the average Monday night isn't like this. You're not gonna get this every Monday night.
Yeah, and it's like this weekend they have Saturday night's main event coming
Mm-hmm.
to Frostbank.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not hyped for that. Like, there's nothing on there that's like screaming me like, "Oh, this is must see." The first one they did, cool. You got Obsession, you got all these different things. Now it's like I might check it out on the delay, but I'm not gonna watch it live. I'm not gonna buy a ticket to go there, even though I could.
Right.
There's no point.
Right.
It's like I'm just not feeling it because I already know, bro, that Jey Uso is not beating Gunther.
We know this.
You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, unless they pull the Sting Ric Flair Clash of Champions '88 out their ass,
They ain't gonna do that.
they ain't gonna. I mean,
They ain't
that's
gonna
what
do
I would do.
Yeah,
But
that
it
was
sounds like they're
shock and
gonna
awe.
beat them decisively out there.
Yep, shock and awe.
Like, yeah, just go and
But
kill them off.
the issue is they did that with Jay with the Intercontinental title, and then he didn't hold it long. You know what I mean? Like you're running them potentially the same scenario, so that leads me to believe that he's not going to win it.
You know what? I was just thinking that another finish they could do. They can do the Dusty finish.
They could.
Fucking Jey Uso actually beats Gunther 1, 2, 3, and people think he won the World Championship, and the place would go crazy, and then he didn't win because
Yep.
of a technicality, some shit like that. I can see him doing that.
They could do that.
Yeah,
They haven't done that in a very long time. So
that's what Dusty would tell him too. Like,
Yeah.
how would you do that? Sid, look his ass and see if he, just go out there and have him, they put some heat on him and he'll cover him, and then he'll have his feet under the ropes. He have his feet right there under the ropes.
And then you just wait.
Yeah, just wait a minute. Then you take him and get him the championship, and he hold it up above his head. You think he win. The people inside of San Antonio think he win, baby. And he don't win nothing though. Then we turn around and say, referee say, "Oh, it's all over. He didn't win nothing." And the match gonna be restarted, and then Gunther puts the heat on him, and he beats him 1, 2, 3 in the ring, and that's the end of it.
And that's the end.
That's the end, baby. And then we all go to the pay window after that.
I was just about to say that. And then we go to the pay window, baby.
Right. Go to the pay window. That's how you do that shit.
Hell yeah. But yeah, it's we know he's not gonna win. Who else you have? The match that I do want to see from that card is Jacob Fatu versus Braun Strowman.
Yeah. Jacob Fatu is very interesting. The disappointing look he had when Solo walked away is almost like he was like, "You punk ass bitch." Yeah. Hey, did you ever see? Hey, you said that right there. Did you ever see that video on Instagram with R-Truth at the WWE gym?
Yeah,
when Xavier Woods walking by,
bitch ass motherfucker.
Yeah, that was funny as hell.
But yeah, that's the look Jacob Fatu had. Like, bitch.
He's like you. What you like? This is some bullshit. That's kind of like when you got. So I'm like, okay, like I don't know.
I like that though, because he was like, "Oh, y'all got me fucked up. That motherfucker's a bitch. I ain't."
Yeah, and they're talking about too that Tagovailoa should be back by WrestleMania.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what they're saying. So I'm kind of wondering how bad was the injury. They're thinking he'll be back by Mania. maybe it wasn't as severe as we thought.
Right.
They say he's gonna be back by Mania.
Cool.
So I don't know if he'll be ready in time to do that God versus Usos.
I want to see it. We gotta get it.
We gotta see it. Yeah.
We gotta get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
definitely.
this current state of the bloodline, though, it kind of leaves me like, where are we going with this shit?
I don't know, bro. Like this shit is looking bad. This is like this is like the fucking B team NWO.
Yeah. Because it's like, man, all right, Roman won, he has to Ulafala. Now what? And that's where we are with it. Now what?
He never should have got the Ulafala back.
Yes.
Like that was a wrong move, dude. That's like John Cena beating Nexus on his own in SummerSlam 2010. It's like him beating Justin Gabriel and Wade Barrett after he got fucking DDT'd on the concrete. Like, no, that killed Nexus in one night. That's kind of like what this situation. Like, you beat Solo, and like it's the problem with this is that Solo never won the big one. He never wins the big matches.
Right.
It's like you cannot do that if you're booking this guy to be. He's already got big shoes to fill of Roman Reigns by being the tribal chief. So at least give the guy the win of him winning the Ulafala. Okay, Roman couldn't get it done. So okay, where do you go from here? That would have meant way more than what they did.
Right.
And that's the thing about it. Like same thing with Jey Uso. Jey Uso. Gunther said what he said in that promo, but it was the truth. Because you're a tag team wrestler outside of the IC championship, you haven't won the big one. Right. So I get sick and tired of them telling stories like this, man, where this guy is supposed to be here, but he never wins the big one. Right. You're just a guy that never can win the big one. It's like it's a preconceived notion. It's like
you ain't gonna win.
That's the same problem they ran in WCW with Goldberg. If Goldberg was out there, you kind of already knew Goldberg was going to win. They changed it up. They swerved us.
Yeah.
With Kevin Nash.
Yeah.
They swerved us with that one. But any other match, you knew damn well DDP wasn't beating Goldberg and Halloween Havoc 98. no, not against DDP, but you know what happened.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
right.
like the same thing here. It's like with Gunther, it's like, okay, my nigga, we know you're not winning. You know what I mean?
Right. And that's why I said we need shock and awe.
Yeah.
But are we going to get shock and awe? I doubt it.
Nah.
We'll get almost.
We'll get a TV time. It's over.
Yep.
Okay. It's a draw.
Yep.
Which I think was okay. Do a draw. That's a Sting Flair 88 Clash finish. Or we do the Dusty finish. You do one of them.
Yeah.
Or a DQ, but I don't know how a DQ wins or how that's going to help Jey Uso. Yo, you won with a DQ, but you didn't win the title.
You didn't win the title, yeah. I don't know how you get out of that. I almost don't want him in this match, but then again, who else?
There is somebody else.
Right.
There is somebody else.
Like I almost don't want him, but because I know he's not going to win.
No. I mean, the only person, if they would have said tomorrow, okay, we're going to have this match and we're going to book you, Gunther versus Jacob Fatu, then you kind of like, okay, hold up now. Hold up, because can't be Jacob.
Threats. Right. Yeah, we have threats.
Right. The Jay's not a threat.
Right. Which is going to lead me to the Royal Rumble.
Well, he did say that he was going to win the Rumble.
Right.
But he also has a match this Saturday. So even if he doesn't win a match this Saturday, he can still go to the Rumble. Right. So, I don't know.
Interesting times, man. Interesting times.
Yeah.
Indeed. So, chances to win the Rumble. Still, so who's got the best chance to win the Rumble right now? Because my shit changes week to week.
Honestly, shit. Top of my head, there's 5 guys. Roman Reigns, CM Punk, John Cena,
Mhm.
Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins.
Those 5 guys are in the ring at the same time. Who gets eliminated first?
I would say goodbye, Seth.
Yeah. Yep.
I say goodbye, Seth, followed by goodbye, Drew,
Okay.
followed by goodbye, John,
Ooh.
leaving it to CM Punk and Roman Reigns and that favor
The
that CM
favor
Punk
comes
talked
into
about.
play.
Yep. And that leads me to WrestleMania, CM Punk, Cody Rhodes.
Okay.
WWE Championship.
Okay.
Punk
I can get with that.
Main event.
I can get with that.
Mm-hmm.
I can get with that.
What's the favor? What's the favor?
The wise man.
The wise man is the favor.
Yep.
I want you to manage me. If I win the Royal Rumble, we had a deal.
You
manage me.
Yep.
Because I think we're going to see Roman versus Rock.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
I think that's what we're going to get
most
at WrestleMania.
Definitely.
Yeah, I think we're getting that match.
It's all going to
start on the 27th.
We both wanted. Right. Yeah. It's what we both wanted at 39.
Yep. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen on the 27th Raw.
Yep.
Whatever's going to go down.
I agree.
For Roman's ceremony, that's when all this shit's going to come to play.
Yep. Agreed.
Yeah.
I'm going to agree with that. Man, I really want them to do Rock Roman this year.
Yeah. Yeah, we can't.
It's been way too long.
If they don't do it this year, especially in Las Vegas,
yeah,
it ain't never gonna happen.
Because
you kind of took me out of it anyways with that promo Rock cut at Raw.
Yep.
And you kind of revived it somewhat at on NXT, but I need more.
I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that.
But he was still the final boss on NXT. So
very true.
Yeah.
Very true. Speaking of Mania, before we get out of here, they announced that they're going to be doing the WWE World again in Vegas.
But before we get to that, let's go back to Raw. We got to talk about the CM Punk.
Oh yeah, we just glossed over that.
calling out Hulk Hogan.
Why?
Why is the question? But kind of think I got the answer to this. So yeah, CM Punk legitimately doesn't like Hulk Hogan. Stems back from years ago. I guess Hogan acted like he didn't know who Punk was or something. Could be. So that's why Punk doesn't like him. So, but then it's like he mentioned about Hogan in his spot and these guys that wanted to lose their spot. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, Punk, with all due respect, when did you ever work with Hulk Hogan? When did you ever work in the same company as Hulk Hogan during Hogan's run? You never did.
It's a good question.
You never have. You were never there in the golden era of the WWF. You were not that WCW. So you're hearing shit like all of us have heard from the dirt sheets or from other wrestlers who didn't necessarily like Hogan. That's what you're hearing. That's what you're going by. Okay?
Right.
Now, let's just be honest here. People say, well, why did Hogan get the reaction he did in LA? Okay. Well, I'm a Hogan fan, and I can tell you right now, Hogan got the reaction he got because Hogan has never taken accountability for his bullshit that he did. That's what it comes down to. Top of that, you appeared at the Trump rally, okay? You're coming to liberal Los Angeles. What the hell do you think is going to happen? Okay? So it is what it is. So I think them randomly mentioning Hulk Hogan here, because here's the thing. They have to make this relationship work with Hogan. They're investing in his beer. They signed a multi-year partnership. They have to make it work. So I think what they're doing here is they could be setting up something here where they introduce Hogan as a heel. Hogan's best persona he did. Listen, let's get it twisted right now. Let's get it straight up. I was never a Hulkamaniac.
Really?
I was never a Hulkamaniac. My guy was the Ultimate Warrior. Okay. I was never a Hulkamaniac. My guy was the Ultimate Warrior and Macho Man. Those are my two guys.
Macho Man for me. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So Hollywood Hulk Hogan, I'm a fan. That was my guy. So if you want to, in 2025, present Hulk Hogan, the only way you can do it is Hollywood Hogan. Hulkamania has run its course. That horse has been dead for years. He still has his other IP. He has Hollywood Hogan, the heel with the black beard. I say run with it. That's the only way you can salvage it. Because what you're going to do is, if you don't give these people something to watch, Hogan's going to continue to get that go-away heat that he don't want. Because that's what he got in L.A. That heat that Hogan got out there, let me tell you what it was. When Hogan's music hit, the people were cheering. Okay? They were cheering. But the moment he started his shtick is when they started booing his ass out of the building. Because you already know what you're going to get. Okay? Nobody wants to hear you shill for your beer. Okay? If you're going to be Hogan out there on the nostalgia tip at 71 years old, brother. Okay? Now you're really acting like the huckster. All right? I'm just saying. At least be Hollywood Hogan. Because Hulkamania don't work in 2025, my guy. It just doesn't.
It don't.
Nostalgia is run off.
I agree with you. And we talked a little bit, and I was on the thing of if Hogan just faces this shit head on,
yeah,
I think the love will come back to him. I honestly believe that. If he just faces it head on and say, look, guys, I had a different mindset. I don't have that mindset anymore. I've already apologized for some of this stuff. Like, I'm trying to be the best person I can. I just, please, I apologize. Just work with me. I'm not that person. I'm not the person I used to be. If he says that, I think the love will come back to him. But he has to be genuine about it.
Yeah, and that's the thing about it, man. See, that's the problem you're going to run into with this. So, Hogan's a pathological fucking liar.
This is true.
That's the issue. All right.
This is very true.
So, yeah, it's like, okay, you say this.
Right.
But do you actually mean what you're saying, or are you putting it on?
Right. But, yeah, you have to say it, but then follow through with your actions.
Yeah. So, do I think Hogan is that way? No, I don't think he is. Okay, but that's just my opinion, and I'm forcing it on my opinion. But I'm also with people that have been around him, that have worked with him, that were people of color, and they've come out and they have supported him. Like, that's not Terry. I know. So I will say we all have our bad days. And whatever was going on, it's like all of it, just all the bullshit you hear that was going on with him at the time.
He was going through a divorce too, right?
Going through a divorce, going through a bunch of bullshit. You know what I mean? It brings out the worst in all of us. We've all done, bullshit things in a lifetime. That's just, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna say it one more time, player. Y'all want to hold Hulk Hogan accountable? You need to hold Ric Flair accountable too. Straight up. And I've been saying that shit for years, and I'm not gonna stop saying it, because I've heard from Teddy Long.
I've heard.
You feel me?
I've heard.
Yeah.
And that should change my whole perspective on them too. I'm like, damn.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've heard some stories.
Yeah.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah. So I'm like, yo, hold him accountable, bro.
Yeah. No, I agree. So, yeah, before we get out of here, WWE is doing their WWE World that they did in Saudi.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, and they brought it to Philly for WrestleMania 40. They're going to bring it to Vegas for 41.
Yeah.
I'm very interested to see it. However, I know these prices are going to be astronomical.
Oh, of course they are. That's all they know how to do now.
These prices are about to be astronomical.
Yeah. That's how they do things now. And people say, oh, well, they have this incredible attendance records. Yeah, because they're gouging the fucking prices. Of course, you're going to make more money if you're selling this shit 3-4 times what it's worth.
Exactly.
Come on now.
Exactly.
I mean, you got the cheap seats, bruh. The cheap seats going for $300.
No,
You know
them shit's for $2,000. For Mania, the nosebleeds.
Yeah. I ain't talking about Mania. I was talking about just this week.
No,
Up
like
Saturday
like
event.
a regular shit is like $200. Yeah.
Fuck that, bro.
Yeah, for Mania, them shits is like they upcharge the shit out of you for that.
I'm good, homie.
It's like, bro, I'm not paying $2,000 to be asking what the fuck's going on down there. Like, fuck that. I'm not paying to be in the building.
Yeah. What's going on in the ring?
I'll
Oh,
watch
hey,
this
shit.
at the bar,
Yeah.
bro. Like,
Be looking about the damn monitor and shit. Or you got did you bring the binoculars in? Oh, I
was fairly
him.
So for 38, I was fairly close. And even then I was looking up at the monitor because I'm like, God damn, bro, like it's a sea of people in here. Half the time, like, and this is my problem, and this is why I'm not buying tickets to Mania. Like half the time, people were getting up and like just going to the bathroom and shit. Like nobody sat the fuck down. And I'm like, dude, I'm not doing this shit no more. And I was close. Like I was on the lower level, fairly close to the ring. I could see people coming out. You could see people going back from the matches, walking in the back. Like that shit was cool. That was cool. But I was like, I'm not doing this shit no more. Like,
it's just like
that's
that
a no for me.
Uncomfortable ass Alamo
Dome.
That
shit was super uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And for that amount of money, you kiss my ass. I'm not buying the ticket.
Yeah. I was not
doing it, bro.
I was not digging that shit.
But it was for my first time at a Mania, it was a fun experience. I'll give it that. It's just I won't do that again for that amount of money.
Right.
No way.
I ain't doing it for no amount of money. Shit.
No way. I'll go around. So they are doing a whole bunch of smaller events. I know GCW is going to be out there. WrestleCon's going to be out there. I think AEW is going to be in the area, like running something small, maybe an ROH Supercard, something like that. Like all the little shit, I'll do that. But Mania, nah. We good.
Interesting. That'd be very interesting if AEW does that.
They do ROH, like the Supercard of Honors. They'll do those. They won't do like an AEW show, but
yeah, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, they've done Supercards, and those are actually really fun.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man. Final shots and thoughts. What you got?
Well, we had some very interesting weather this week. In the beginning of the week. Shit, man. I was like, what the fuck, bro? Like, he's out there driving around. I'm like, oh, man, I hope I don't slip inside and shit. You know what I mean? So, to say that, I'll say this. People, it's so cold outside. So, let's make sure we have our pets in the house. Bring your plants, cover your spigots, all that shit. Drip your faucets. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to have a busted pipe. Like one of my neighbors this morning, they flooded their backyard because they busted a pipe and went to work and didn't know about it.
Shit. Damn.
Yep. Yeah. So you don't want that to happen. And also, people don't forget, have your pets spayed or neutered and help control that pet population out there. And our thoughts with the people out there in California right now with the wildfires. Got another one burning right now out in
Santa Clarita.
Passaic. Yep, Passaic area out there by Six Flags Magic Mountain. Had a lot of memories out there. Used to live out that area. Used to live out there in the Valencia area. So my thoughts are with the people out there in California dealing with these fires. Fucking crazy. And if you don't believe this arson by now, I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know, but it's not a good situation. Regardless,
it's bullshit.
It's not a good situation.
Straight up. But other than that, I ain't got nothing else. Like I said, we are the No Gimmicks Podcast.
Absolutely. And Texas Rumble, NPX this Saturday. We're going to be doing the pre-show for Texas Rumble. Tommy Dreamer will be in appearance. Rich Swan's going to be there. NPX talent. Very good shows, man. This past weekend was one of the funnest weekends I've had, honestly, wrestling-wise. So we did NPX Saturday. Sunday was Genesis. I almost went to Raw Monday, but it was too cold. Fuck that. But it was a very fun weekend wrestling-wise. I haven't had that much fun in a long time. So
cool.
Yeah, we'll be at the Texas Rumble this weekend. We'll be doing the pre-show and tap in with us, man. So other than that, that's all I got.
All right. Well, I think that's going to do it for us here on the No Gimmicks Podcast on the DFPN. And also don't forget we have a YouTube channel. Okay.
Yes.
No Gimmicks.
Like, share, subscribe.
YouTube channel. Like, share, subscribe. Also the DFPN YouTube channel as well. Pretty sure we got some videos going to be uploading up there.
Yep. We are 6 people away from 200. So
okay. Hey, listen, people, go out there and do it. All right. We don't want to have to start buying subs.
Hell yeah, man. That's it for us, man. Until next time, y'all be safe. Enjoy what you want to enjoy. Take care of each other. Peace.
Yeah, long live the Empire.
Look at that. Bye.
Yeah. Oh, what? What was that?
And I know it's all business. We give them no gimmick. Yeah. And I know it's all business. We give them no gimmick. Yeah. And I know it's all business. We give them no gimmicks.